Dr. Karan Singh, Panditji, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. When Surendra asked if I would say something about Tagore and read a poem, he said, I have a choice. I can read a poem in English, or I can sing a poem in his native Bengali. So luckily for you, I've chosen not to sing in Bengali. As I learned more about Tagore, as I've traveled and lived here in India, what I love about Tagore is what Dr. Vajpayee just spoke of, about his lust for adventure, his desire to travel the world. All of us are travelers in different ways, but Tagore was a truly heroic man. You can imagine at the turn of the last century the difficulty in traveling to these far-off lands. He traveled to the U.S. 5 times, staying for months, learning about the United States, teaching, but he also traveled to China, to Korea, to Japan, all throughout Europe, the Soviet Union. He even went to Argentina. Imagine the journey from India to Argentina and back. You can't just get onto Jet Airways and go directly to Argentina. The boats and the long flights and the difficult travels. About the United States, I wanted to quote something that he said. He said, America is a beautiful country. I believe it has a great future. Of course, she will make mistakes, but out of these series of mistakes, she will come to a higher synthesis of truth and be able to hold up the banner of civilization. So as I conclude, I'd like to read a poem about his travels that I really like. It's called The Closed Path. I thought my voyage had come to an end. At last, at the last limit of my power, that the path before me was closed, that provisions were exhausted, and the time come to take shelter in a silent obscurity. But I find that thy will know no end in me, and when old words die out on the tongue, new melodies break forth from the heart. And where the old tracks are lost, new country is revealed with its wonders. Thank you very much.
Now I would like to invite Ambassador Akitaka Saiki for a tribute to Tagore.
Good evening. Dr. Karan Singh, Member of Parliament, President of ICCR, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for having me at today's special occasion. I'm the Ambassador of Japan to India. Ravindranath Tagore visited Japan 5 times altogether from 1916 onwards, and met some of the finest Japanese artists of the time, such as Tenshin Okakura and Taikan Yokoyama. These 2 eminent artists also came to India to see Tagore, and the friendship between them served as a very important intellectual interaction between the 2 countries. In Tagore House in Kolkata, where I had the opportunity to personally visit last month, there is a Japanese gallery with lots of pictures exhibiting the friendship between Tagore and Okakura and other Japanese artists. Looking at those photos, I could feel that the very beginning of the modern intellectual interaction between our 2 countries started from these moments. I would also like to mention that Tagore visited Japan again in 1924, the year after a major earthquake struck the eastern part of Japan the previous year. And it is said that he was amazed to witness the Japanese people's resilience, which I believe remains unchanged even today. For tonight's event, I would like to recite an excerpt from Fireflies, or Hotaru in Japanese, a short poem that is said to be created with the inspiration Tagore got during his first day in Japan. Some critics say that the style of the poem, characterized by its shortened stanzas, is influenced by the traditional short Japanese poem haiku. I hope you would enjoy this beautiful part of the poem. Child, thou bringest to my heart the babble of the wind and the water, the flowers' speechless secrets, the clouds' dreams, the mute gaze of wonder of the morning sky. The rainbow among the clouds may be great, but the little butterfly among the bushes is greater. The mist weaves her net round the morning, captivates him, and makes him blind. The morning star whispers to dawn, "Tell me that you are the only for me." "Yes," she answers, and also only for that nameless flower. The sky remains infinitely vacant, for earth there to build its heaven with dreams. Thank you for your kind attention.